Let's meet the starters for the Boston Celtics. At forward, 6'7", number 30, Ted Hunter. Center, number 88, Namias Tatum. At the point guard position, 6'4", number 9, Derek White. At 4, number 0, Jason Tatum. At guard, 6'6", number 7, Jaylen Brown. The head coach of the Boston Celtics is Joe Mazzulla. Make some noise for the Boston Celtics.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And for Boston, out on the block, it's Tatum with Tatum. The guard pair, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the 3, the small forward. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this break, you're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
Celtics on offense. White drives in. Tatum against Randall. Outside, White. And here's Tatum for 3. Trains the three-pointer.
You have got to be in Tatum's space. This guy is such a terrific range shooter.
Outside, Edwards. Back to Randall. Here's DiVincenzo. Has to Gobert. Now McDaniels. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Brown. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by White. Randall kicks to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Here's the teardrop. Rebound by the Celtics. Right the pass to Tatum. Count the basket. Tatum's got 5 points so far.
Well, size and skill. Tatum on the interior, yes, sir.
DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Brown.
Boy, a chilly start for this basketball team. They are just 1 for 4. Taking what the defense gives you, exactly the shot you want, just doesn't go in.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. Coach and I talked about the difficulties playing against Anthony Edwards. He said, quote, usually you worry about his offense, but he's shown the last few years that he's a lockdown defender when he wants to be. That's something that we'll need to factor into our game plan. Ant's defense is now a concern for coaches as well. Guys, back over to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
The Timberwolves trail. DB, no one has more Defensive Player of the Year awards than Rudy Gobert. 4 of them.
Well, with the 4, he is now tied with the great Dikembe Mutombo and the great Ben Wallace. Does he have another one in his sights?
And so it's Boston with it after the basket by Minnesota. Looking around. Kata, the pass to Brown. Outside Tatum. Jacks up a three. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 8. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Outside Edwards. Shoots over Brown. Edwards, no good. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Tatum. Over Randall. Tatum's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 3. To the paint. And the layup's good off the glass. Randall's got his second bucket.
Boy, I love the confidence Julius Randle has in himself. This guy knows what it takes to score.
And here is Tatum. 8 points for him. Tatum with another miss. Outside Edwards. That gives them the lead.
Boy, Edwards so good in close. This guy has got touch and strength, everything you could ask for.
White against DiVincenzo. Gobert with the block. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Still scoreless. McDaniels outside. They get it back. Lets it go with a 3. Headshot off.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, one of the best in the business, Rudy Gobert.
Outside Tatum. Back to White. White, a screen on McDaniel. Busted. No good that time either. Minnesota leading by 3. Edwards, the bounce pass. Randall left side. Pass to DiVincenzo. From outside, off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Tatum drives in. Here's Hauser. His 3-pointers off the mark. Minnesota's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. A nice shot by McDaniel.
Yeah, Jake McDaniels with a very good sense for when he should look to score it, especially in the painted area.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
Oh, yeah. They're off beat. Let's see the rules.
They're going to switch here. Let's just check in. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. The Celtics second.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
Now here's White. He has yet to score. Pass to Hauser. That one's off. Still out of sync.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going to the glass.
And you look at this Timberwolves roster. Dort, quite a spread as far as the ages of their top players.
Oh, Kevin, you've got a couple of guys who are absolutely on the back nine and really walking up the fairway of number 18. And then you've got Mr. McDaniels and Anthony Edwards, two guys in their early 20s. But this is the fascinating part. There's a runway left, and what do they do with it?
And he makes the first. With the season winding down, GA, what's key for a long playoff run, do you think?
Kevin, one thing is health, right? When you look back at past NBA champions, lots of times it's the teams that were able to survive the year without any major injuries.
And McDaniels drops them both. And Boston certainly has some of the most knowledgeable sports fans, Doris, in the country.
Kevin, not only knowledgeable, but passionate. And when you think over the four major sports in the city and the tradition of success, it is no wonder they are so committed.
Now Edwards, after Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. Edwards against Tatum. Pass to White. The Celtics working the ball around now. Now here's Tatum. Boston again missing. Edwards with it. Picked up by Brown. He makes that one drop. Only a second, 5 tries.
Anthony Edwards getting into that pull-up game. Nicely done.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Checked in for Boston. Timberwolves also changing it up. Reed, he's checked in for Julius Randle. And it's Dosunmu in for Dante DiVincenzo. Celtics trail by 9. Hauser finds Pritchard. To end the cold streak. The rebound by Dosunmu.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Pass to Reed. He gets that one. And it's an 11-point Minnesota lead.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Bounce pass Pritchard. Brown the pass to Garza. Here's Pritchard. Defended by Dosunmu. 4 on the shot clock. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Timberwolves leading by 11. Outside Edwards. Here's Reed. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's Pritchard. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Here's Brown. And rejection by McDaniels.
You have to be careful when Jaden McDaniels is in your area as an offensive player. This guy is so elite defensively.
So it's the Celtics now. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in.
Well, these are the plays he's looking to make every single trip up the floor. Very offensive-minded guy.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, guys. Rudy Gobert talked about his objectives. He said, my goal is to be the best defender ever. And now my only focus is to win a championship and to keep impacting my team. Keep trying to make my team the top defense in the league. I think that's the best measure of an all-time defender. Kevin, back to you.
He can lock it down. Okay, Allie, thanks.
That will help your assist numbers if you're Derek White. You can't miss that guy.
McDaniels outside. Outside, Reed. And here's Edwards from the arc. And Boston with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, and defensively, boy, did they trust one another. Communicated well and just made it very difficult to get good looks in that one.
You knew they were on a string all night on the defensive end, and it always helps when someone got caught out of position, help was on the way.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
There they are. Make some noise for Celtics Entertainment.
Minnesota making some changes. Julius Randle's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for McDaniels. And it's Conley in for Edwards. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 16-7 run. Pass to Dosunmu. Back to Conley. Randle a screen on Pritchard. Off target with his three.
Boy, the defense baits him into taking that shot. Sometimes I say there's a reason you're open.
1:07 left to play in the first. Shot clock at 5. And here's Tatum for 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Just tremendous confidence from Jason Tatum. This guy understands I am a scorer even at the most elite level.
Randle against Tatum. And Randle throws it down.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Celtics.
Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good work defensively by Conley.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Randle with the bucket.
Another reason why they're up. Just taking what the defense giving him here.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Trailing here by 8. It's stolen by Randle. And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. Pass to Dosunmu. There's a good screen. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
We've got Tatum, and it's Walsh, and at the 5, down low. That's the Boston 5.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now here is Conley. Hasn't made one yet.
Boy, he had a clear look at it. Ooh, you hate to miss chippies like that.
Outside Tatum. Five to shoot. Pass to Pritchard. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Pritchard's got 5 now.
What a find by Tatum. Draws the defense and kicks it out to 3.
And Doris a measured pace for the Celtics. Don't rush, don't turn it over, and then they get what they want.
Well, this is Joe Mazzulla's philosophy in a nutshell. Quality offense begins with taking care of the basketball first. He believes in the math, meaning he believes if you can get a good look at 3, you take it.
Now here's Tatum. The offensive rebound. The shot's good.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Randle outside. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Celtics trail by 3. Tatum's shot is off.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
Pass to Reed. Fires from deep. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
3-pointer. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Outside Conley. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Randle, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Boy, there was plenty of contact down low, but Randle assertive and able to find the finish.
Pritchard with the ball, covered by Conley. Back to Pritchard. Tatum setting the pick for Pritchard. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Now here's Dosunmu. A 23-point game for him in the win against Utah.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Now here's Gonzalez. No scoring in this one. Pritchard gets the bucket.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been 3s? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Put your hands together for Celtics Entertainment.
So both teams making some changes here. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. You look at the Timberwolves, advantage in 1 series.
I think for Minnesota,
they're in good position, firmly in the playoff picture. They don't have to worry about the play-in scenario at this point, and that's how they want to keep it.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Highland, puts up a deep three, and once again off the mark by Minnesota. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Wide a screen on Edwards. Here's Brown. Brown gets it done inside.
Well, at 6'7", this is a forward, Jaylen Brown, who handles it well, cuts his way right through the defense.
Edwards against Brown. Another miss by Minnesota.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable, playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons.
Oh!
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. The Celtics have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Back to Tatum. Pass to Walsh. That three off the mark.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Now, Highland. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Utah. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Edwards with another miss. The Celtics with the lead. Pritchard with the ball. 8 points for him. This one for 3. It's good from long range. Pritchard's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Randall right side. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The kick out to Brown. No good with the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Highland passes to Randall. And here is Dosunmu. Here's Highland. The Timberwolves again can't hit. On offense, here are the Celtics. They're on a 16-4 run. Outside, White. And White slams it in.
Derek White saying it's not just the big fellas who've got some hops. I can put it down. Yes, sir.
Timberwolves trail by 6. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And Greg, the way the floor is spaced now, how much would you enjoy playing in this current environment?
I'm lacing up my kicks as you say that. It would have been a lot of fun. But not only do you have more room to operate, the defenders practically, they can't touch it.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Kate is checked in, and Sam Hauser subbed in for Jason Tatum. Timberwolves also changing it up. Gobert, he's checked in for Julius Randle. McDaniels comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Highland. Here's DiVincenzo. Nothing on the board. For three, Edwards. And the three ball is good.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
Outside, White. Back to Brown. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Anthony Edwards. Timberwolves trail by 3. So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league. But if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
Well, this is the value of Naz Reid, a center who can shoot it with great consistency from range.
Outside, White. Back to Pritchard. And here's Brown outside. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
DiVincenzo passes to Reid. Kept alive. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. McDaniels right side. From past the arc. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Celtics have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said, JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Guys, back to you.
A dangerous duo for sure. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Hauser off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And that's exactly what happened. Guys came off the bench ready to play. The offense didn't miss a beat.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with that.
Outside, White. There's the pick. Takes a 3. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Oh, he's starting to percolate now in the second quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the wide open shot from Reid. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
How about this? He cannot find his rhythm in this period. This has been tough sledding.
Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
McDaniels against Brown. Three-pointer, Pritchard. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. To the inside. And finished off by Gobert.
This guy always amongst the league leaders in dunks. Gobert is a force around the cup.
Outside, White. Celtics passing it around. Brown against McDaniel. Now Pritchard. 11 points in the game. Not that time. His 6th miss. He's made 4 of 10 so far. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. They get it back. Reid finds DiVincenzo. And here's Edwards from the arc. Buries it from 3-point range. Edwards got the game tied up here for Minnesota. And for the Celtics, they're shooting around 40% from the floor here. McDaniels against Brown. Out to White. From outside the arc. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
The Timberwolves.
I'm here with Chris Finch. And Coach, any adjustments that you'd like to see on the offensive end?
Yeah, I mean, ideally we'd like to get some movement and get into a bunch of random pick and rolls, and then we feel like keep the defense a little bit off balance, but been a little sluggish so far tonight.
Got to put the defense back on its toes. Thanks, Coach.
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're in a close game.
They're getting a lot of looks at the rim, and that defense has no answer for it.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. The opponent just doesn't have the guys to stop you.
And now, as the season winds down, a look at the Western Conference picture.
I think for the Timberwolves, they haven't quite looked like themselves lately. The question is, how do they get back to the top? How do they recapture that magic? I think it starts with raising the intensity level. Become more aggressive. Night after night, fight after fight. Aggressive is right.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Here's White. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, up at the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the center. And it's White missing. It's stolen by White. And finished off by Brown.
How about a little bit of daylight is all Jaylen Brown needs, up off his feet in a hurry.
The Timberwolves trade. And a guy who has a quick release and has distance to his shots. Derek White converts his chances.
You know what, Kev? There's so many things to love about Derek White. He's arguably the greatest shot-blocking guard in the league. He has a knack for making big shots, and the thing that maybe is most impressive is he gets past grenades at the end of a shot clock and has the temperament to stand in and deliver.
5 to shoot. And Tatum hammers it home.
Boy, phenomenal ball control by Jason Tatum, just showing exactly how creative he can be.
Outside, Edwards. Randall from outside. The rebound by Tatum. 90 seconds now into the second half. Outside, Tatum. From 7. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And now a 4-point Celtic lead. McDaniels, a screen on White. Pass to McDaniels. Randall surveying the D. A shot missing. Great D that time from Tatum. Break their offensive approach has been rock solid here. And they're finding... Oh, Tatum flies in to finish it off.
Wow, how about the long arms and the timing of Jason Tatum on the alley-oop? Nice.
Randall outside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Randall's got 15.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Outside, Tatum drops in the tray. Tatum's got the lead up to 7 now for the Celtics.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves. That's the machine. You need dance lessons. Let's go!
The three-point game, such a big part of the NBA. Let's see the best teams at it. Fifth, the Timberwolves.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Pass to DiVincenzo. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Here's Randall from deep. Rebounded by Hauser.
Boy, this guy was able to connect from deep in the first half. Hasn't found the range since.
Up top, Tatum. Defended by DiVincenzo. Takes a step back. The kick out to Brown. Lets it go. And rebounded by McDaniels.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Boston leading by 7. To the middle. Here's Cada. Gobert with the defensive effort. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Lets the three fly. And Boston with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Inside, Tatum finds the juice.
So the defensive intensity must pick up. It hasn't been the same this half.
And Randall has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. Back to McDaniels. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And great when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front.
That can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
Pass to Randall. McDaniels outside. Randall with a screen for McDaniel. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Down low, here's Cada. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And now an 11-point Celtic lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Edwards. Fires it up. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Celtics have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Tatum dishes to Brown. And he banks in the layup. Brown's got 6.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. No good on the triple. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 17-4 run. Pass to Hauser. For the 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They're winning despite his performance here, and they have had his back all night.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Tatum on the wing. He's defended by Randall.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Timberwolves trail by 13. DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. Randall kicks to Gobert. And here is DiVincenzo, still without a basket. A floater, and that's 2 points on the layup.
That floater's such an important part of a guard's arsenal in the modern NBA. Dante doing work.
Brown outside. There's the screen. Launches a three. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Minnesota with the ball. McDaniels outside. Back to DiVincenzo. Randall left side. 6 on the shot clock. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. The three from Tatum. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to DiVincenzo. To the right side. Randall against Tatum. And it's in there. Randall's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, Julius Randle, once he starts percolating, is a dangerous offensive player.
Here's Keita. Outside Tatum. Pass to White. The tray. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Randall is screen on White. DiVincenzo finds McDaniel. Outside Edwards. Back to McDaniel. And they'll get another chance.
You have to anticipate those quick release opportunities. Jaden McDaniels ready on the catch.
Celtics leading by 7. Tatum down low. Randall on him. To the inside. Off the mark, and the drought continues. The Timberwolves shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Beyond the arc. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Celtics. Garza's checked in. And it's Pritchard in for Sam Hauser. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Minnesota. Boston has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Making some changes. Walsh is checked in. And it's Gonzalez in for Jaylen Brown. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for Julius Randle. Bones Hyland is checked in for Edwards. And it's Conley in for McDaniels. Here's Shireman. He averages about 5 points a game. Pritchard passes to Walsh. Just 5 on the clock. Can they get it? Pritchard gets the bucket.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again. Corralling defensive rebounds, such a critical aspect of your defense. Nice work.
Pass to Garza. 1:43 left to play here in the third. Boston needs to get off a shot. Pritchard from outside. Minnesota with the rebound. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
From downtown, Dosunmu's shot is off. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Boston Celtics. 9-point game. Pass to Garza. Puts the move on. He lays it in.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, and my man is going for the jugular.
Conley kicks to Reed. Garza pulls it in. Boston leading by 11. Gonzalez passes to Pritchard. There's 37 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Boy, Naz Reid giving you a high level of rim protection right there.
Now here's Dosunmu. Hasn't made one yet. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Pritchard with the ball. A three-pointer off the mark. Now Conley trying to get something going, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Celtics out in front. They're up by 11. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Peyton Pritchard. And it's Shireman in at the two spot. That's the Boston 5. Here's Tatum. Oh, what strength and power from Tatum.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Conley, the pass to Dosunmu. Now here's Randall, guarded by Tatum. Goes up on the block. Misses off the left iron. Celtics leading by 13. To the paint. Sinking that tough shot, Jason Tatum.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Island misses. The Celtics shooting 43% for the game. Here's Pritchard. And it's good, 2 points. And the Celtics lead by 17.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Dosunmu, the pass to Randall. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Randall's got 21.
The guys, over the years, we've seen Randall become a much more aggressive scorer. You love his tenacity.
Randall against Tatum. Minnesota with the rebound.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Boy, Highland working hard for that high percentage shot. That's nicely done.
Tatum down low. He's defended by Randall.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to Dosunmu. Randall against Tatum. With the fadeaway. Randall no good. Celtics leading by 15. Oh, Tatum in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, take flight, JT. Yes, sir.
Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Randall. There's the three. Rebound by the Celtics. Garza's got his fourth rebound in this one. Tatum takes it off the glass. And now that's 35 points for Jason Tatum.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Now here's Randall. Six to shoot. Randall can't get that one to fall.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Bounce pass Pritchard. It's the three-point bomb.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Dosunmu. Randall against Tatum. Out to Conley. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Sinks the triple.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Conley, the pass to Dosunmu. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists in the game.
The very definition of a true point guard, Mike Conley does his facilitating work.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page.
Make some noise for Celtics Entertainment.
Pritchard, outside White. Pass to Hauser. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. Edwards got 3 assists tonight. Tatum on the wing. defended by Gobert. Here's the floater. Tatum's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 20. McDaniels on the wing. Randle outside. Three-pointer. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Boy, after making 1 3 in the first half, he's knocked down 2 in the second.
For Boston, they've gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth. 8 of 12. Pass to Hauser. And again, unable to change momentum here. Gobert, the screen. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, terrific movement from the big man. Rudy Gobert starting to master the screen and roll.
Outside, White. The Celtics working the ball around now. Pritchard sets a screen for Tatum. Lets it go from deep. It's stolen by Randle. And here is McDaniel. Pass to Dosunmu. Now Edwards. He's covered by Brown. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Edwards.
Well, after knocking down a couple in the first half, that's his first triple here in the second.
Here's White. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down.
And Edwards with the stop.
And when you thought this fourth quarter was simply a formality, all of a sudden the offense picks up, and now we have a game.
Tatum against Gobert. A leaner. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Edwards got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Dosunmu. McDaniels outside. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Hauser. Over in the corner, White. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And the Celtics lead by 10. Minnesota's got 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. McDaniels outside. Now here's Dosunmu. Shot clock at 6. Randle outside. And rebounds again. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
This guy is constantly refining his game, and Anthony Edwards is dangerous from 3.
Brown outside. Outside, White. From deep. Rebounded by Randle.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
Edwards with confidence.
I love his approach and attitude right now, doing everything he can to keep his team in it.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Making a switch here. Kate is checked in, and a change for the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo's checked in. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
Okay, Ellie, thank you. Tatum. And there's the three.
This guy has been in attack mode this quarter. The defense might want to intercede here.
Gobert with a screen on Brown. Here's Gobert. And he banks the layup in.
Rudy Gobert is so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
White with it. Outside Tatum.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Rebounded by Randall. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Edwards. Lets loose a three. He drills the three.
He really thrives in high-pressure moments. That's a big-time play.
Tatum. White outside. Leaves it in off the window.
The very definition of their go-to player. Mr. Tatum, ball in your hands. Yes, sir.
Edwards with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Edwards with a physical finish inside.
Oh, Anthony Edwards loves these moments, and boy, does he deliver.
Shoots the three. Gobert there for the rebound. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 1:02 left in the game. Gobert with a screen on Brown. Now Randall. DiVincenzo. Randall outside. Down he goes for three.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth. Edwards looking it over. Edwards gets it done inside.
We know this about Anthony Edwards. He is fearless in these moments. That's a big-time clutch delivery.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And what's their best move at this point?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
The three, Crane from outside.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce back.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared.
You see yourself on the screen and you show us your best move. Let's go. No thanks.
Now Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Brown. Edwards buries the deep ball.
He found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Rudy, you guys came to play tonight. Can you talk about the motivation right from the opening tip?
We just wanted to have a good defensive game, come out ready and make sure we communicate and run back because these guys are very talented and we did a great job.
The communication paid off. Thanks so much.
Oh, terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable.